Distance learning.
All right, so we are doing mostly critique today, but I'm going to run through a couple of real quick things here on our friend the website, and then I will go through in the next clip and do a little demo on making a Hockney style joiner digitally. Right, there's also a handout for that, so check that out as well. So here we are, Magical Week 12. Things to pay attention to, obviously critique today. Presumably you have checked out when you're having critique. If you haven't and you're watching this, it's probably too late. Video content will be here. So we'll meet up, right? Do some small critiques, yada, yada, yada. The homework going forward is basically just to work on your final project and to finish up anything that is still outstanding. We have very few weeks left. I think 2, 1, something like that. Very small number. So this is week 12. Week 13 is next week. And then our 14th week of class is the final one because we skipped a week. So the 14th of month number 5. Don't know what month that is. January, February, March, April, May, 14th of May is our final class, and your final projects will be due on that day. Next week, just FYI, we're going to have our general meetup at 11 rather than 9. We're doing that so that those people who have a time zone that is earlier in the universe will be able to be there without having to get up at 6 a.m. and be completely useless. We'll do sort of small group critiques. So these will be led by you guys. Critiques is not the right word, like in progress meeting-y things, right? So you guys will be running them. They're self-directed. You're basically getting together. Imagine, if you will, you're pushing your desks together over in the corner of the room and talking about what you've got, brainstorming with each other on what you need to do to finish up your project within that final week. When you do this, you are going to need to do a couple of things. You're going to need to write down 5 questions, right? 5 things that you want feedback from your group on. They can be questions about editing technique. They could be questions about sequencing. They could be questions about, okay, I've got this one, and this one. Which one do you think is the best? They could be questions about like, okay, well, what do you think of when you see this? Because I'm thinking of XYZ. How can I make it more like what I want, less like this other response that you're getting? Whatever it is, 5 of them. You will take notes on what the people in your group say about those, and then you will turn that in. So this is both to make sure that you actively are trying to get something out of this, and also so that I have some kind of physical evidence that you actually did anything. The groups for that are, where the hell are they? Here we go. So here is the link to what those groups for next class will be. I'm going to put it also in next week's class because it's a little confusing that it's not there. And hopefully that should be good. Make sure that you do have small Blackboard-y sized versions of things that you want to share with people so that you can do that. Assume the critique is going to last, 45 minutes at the minimum. So don't make a, if you're in Georgia, a tattoo appointment right after that. That's kind of it. Critique, then we'll talk next week about what critique will be the following week. But that's sort of our general plan. So be working on your final project, be finishing that up, catch up on anything excuse me, that you are missing. Next week, small group critiques, check which group you're in. They will be happening simultaneously. I'll be there to drop in on stuff if you have any questions. I will also be there in Blackboard starting at 10 o'clock next week. So if you do have other questions, you can come in a little bit early. Early compared to 11 o'clock and talk to me about that. Or of course, you can always reach out to me on the emails. that's kind of it. Yeah, it's a little frightening how close we are to the end of the semester. So check out that stuff. Keep working on your final project. Do reach out if you have any questions or concerns or anything like that. And by the time you see this, I will have looked at your assignment 6. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think it should be great. So good job. Okay, I'm going to do my next clip on the doing a digital version of the Hockney. So if you are someone who is interested in doing the Hockney stuff for the final project, hopefully you are already working on it, but I'm going to talk about how to put those images together. So if you're interested in that, if that's your plan, join me in the next clip. Otherwise, I will see you next week.